up, fellas?
Fellas.
Man Cave Sundays. Let's do it.
We got women up in the club trying to drop it like it's hot. See how his mind is.
Conversation. This is the place where the men gonna let it all out. Be honest, be transparent, man. Leaders and fathers. As men, we understand the nature of men is to be protected.
Women with Dorito booty.
Why you had to go to Dorito?
See, Jimmy.
See all of the thongs.
Well,
Yeah.
it may not have been a thong at first. It may turn into one.
Well, that's where you have a big. That's where you have a big booty. In other words, you need our women. We don't need. I'm not going to say that extra bullshit, but we're not going to get into that. I'm just saying.
No. Let's get into it, Jimmy. You brought it up.
Yo.
What up, fellas? How you doing?
What up?
What's going
Doing
on?
this.
All is
Hey,
well. All is
Man Cave
well.
Sundays.
What's going on, fellas?
And for the record, y'all see this jersey? Can we represent it today? Let me go ahead and rock this Trayvon Diggs jersey for y'all.
Oh, here we go with that.
Girls.
Oh, hashtag DC or L. You know what I mean? We win games with a backup quarterback. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Y'all rarely ever win a game. Then you
Actually, in the past 25 years, we have the 8th best record in the league. That's actually not true. We haven't won any Super Bowls, but we win games.
Okay, we'll go with that.
Hey, that Vikings Saints game wasn't no joke. That was a good game.
I think Seattle and somebody put up like 93 points, wasn't it? Like to go like 48, 45.
Oh wow.
I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to check that out.
Yeah, Seattle and Detroit, 48-45.
Yeah, my team didn't win today, so hey, I can't say nothing.
Who's your team?
The Panthers.
Okay, yeah. I'm with
Speaking of being used to not winning,
I can't say nothing.
My son a Panthers fan too, man. He know all too well about losing.
Right.
I guess I gotta find me a team now. I mean, I used to be a Panthers fan. Cam was on it. I just had to.
Right. Yeah, he brought some swag to that team, man.
Yeah, brought a little swagger to it. So.
Yeah. Matter of fact, Mr. Church, who's your team?
I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan.
I knew I liked that dude.
It ain't no need to pull your leg or make you feel no type of way. I'm a legacy fan.
You're a legacy. Okay.
Chicago Bulls and Dallas and yeah.
Oh nah. And when it comes to basketball, I'm a Spurs and a Carolina fan.
Okay.
And then nothing to talk about.
Okay.
See, with me, I only have one actual team. Like basketball wise, I just kind of I figured out that watching basketball, I've always kind of followed whoever the best player was, unfortunately. So I was a Bulls fan. I'd have been a Heat fan. I think I'm currently a Lakers fan. It just depends.
Hey, that's what sports all about. Like who you like.
Now the Cowboys.
Hey, to be totally honest though, that's kind of how I really got into basketball too. I was a Duncan fan. For real. Like
Okay.
Because I'm gonna tell you his balance and the way he set his priorities and his levels of just totally focusing on the game. He was different.
Yeah.
Like right now,
different.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Well, I hope you're honest, man. Shoot.
Just like right now, okay, when Duncan made his move now, like Kawhi Leonard, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
he's balanced. He ain't all into the money. He ain't focused. He got morals and values. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Okay.
That's what makes the difference. Like, just chasing a player that chases the money, it says a lot about who you are.
Tony Parks was like that too. A lot of them players coming out of San Antonio was like that. Tony Park.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of them took that same mentality from him.
But you know what? Actually, the coach trained Tim Duncan to be that type of thing. You know what I mean? Like he lived with the coach for several years.
Yeah.
Coming into the league.
It was a different play though. But what you gonna say, Anthony?
I was gonna say it's actually kind of great we start here, right? Like this is your show. I'm not trying to take over, but we're talking about commitment. And he was just saying players that move from team to team chasing the check. And
the
topic is why some women won't commit.
That's a lead in. That's a lead in.
That's a lead
you know
in.
What I mean? It's a beautiful thought. I'm a huge fan of upward mobility. That may explain my dating life. That's probably why I'm been in and out of certain situations over and over, because upward mobility, I think it's kind of a type A. I move around. I'm interested for a minute, then on to the next. Like, that's how we operate.
We're going to have to talk about that.
Yeah, let's get into it. Yeah. See what's...
Well, Hollywood's though. So I'm sorry. I just was looking at this topic and reading the room.
Yeah, no, right. No, I'm there with you. So, so what is the main reason you think that some guys, some guys can commit, some guys can't? What do you think? Someone might have been in that lifestyle at one point, kind of grew up. What do y'all think the number one reason, for your personal opinion, is the reason why most guys won't commit, or why you couldn't commit?
I'm gonna be devil's advocate and go, what are they committing to?
Ooh. Okay. Ooh. I feel like there's so many different reasons why men won't commit. Sometimes when women have kids, they put their kids priority over the male that they're dating or the man that they're considering. Then not only that, you have other reasons why men won't commit. Sometimes women balance ain't in place. It's so many different reasons why men won't commit. Then not only that, nowadays women are overbearing. Women feel like they're your mother instead of in a relationship with you. They want to control you. Then not only that, I have so many reasons that I could tell you why a man won't commit. And I'm telling you from the perspective of being a married man, happily married, but understanding priority, balance, and order in the midst of my relationship. And then not only that, I'm looking from the perspective of all of my friends. I got a friend right now that just committed to a relationship, right? Mm-hmm. And before he committed, he told me all of what he would do, what he wouldn't put up with, how he wouldn't handle things. So me, I'm kind of playing the background and telling him like, yo, when you're in a relationship, it's totally different. It's totally give different. And take. You're gonna have to submit. You're gonna have to yield. You're gonna have to consider the girl children or whatever the case may be. And he was like, ain't nobody gonna control me like that. And now he babysit.
Well, what, Church? All he really saying is, and this is probably the number one, he's not ready.
Right.
And guess
what? He said he ain't ready, but he in the relationship and he doing all the things that he said he wouldn't do.
He in a relationship, but he ain't in a committed relationship.
Guess what? He committed and she ain't. How about that?
Because
that's why some men aren't committing in relationships.
If you're with somebody, spending the time and putting time and effort, that's a commitment.
No, it's not. I'm gonna tell you why. You can be in a marriage. You can be in a marriage, but not be mentally married.
But why did you get married if you're not mentally in marriage?
For whatever our reason. Look, I seen couples getting married, especially in the military, just so they can get the pay, the benefits.
Well, a lot of people do that, but outside of that, people get married because they think they're in love, they think they're committed, they're doing what married people do, so they get married.
Let me be real.
People don't understand really the philosophy of marriage. Some people do it just for the wedding.
Right. But marriage is not for nothing like that. Marriage is a business.
Marriage is a business now. If you set it in place and do things in the right manner. You understand what I'm saying? Like, people don't get married no more for love.
Who don't get married
for love?
There's so much responsibility in the center of love that people don't get married based on love no more.
You know why?
It's kind of like, the New Wave churches. Even the New Wave churches want to see your W-2s before they begin to love you.
Do you know why? Because they strayed away so far away from
your W-2s.
Well, they got
churches want to see your W-2s.
Bro, they got ATMs in the lobby now.
Don't get it wrong. It's just very few like that. You don't catch a lot of churches.
They got ATMs in the lobby now, bro.
I've been to a lot of churches. You catch.
But they letting you know about the cash out.
Did Jesus have an ATM? Did Jesus have an ATM?
Yeah.
Hey,
no,
that don't make no sense. Cause when Jesus,
don't make no sense, man.
I'm
gonna keep my mouth shut though.
Let me make this clear. It's never like with me. I've never been all about the money because I make my own money. You know what I'm saying? Now I feel like this. You got to be very careful about the people that are discussing and focused on the money, because how can you be focused on the money and my life at the same time?
Well, so y'all don't think marriage is a business?
It's not a business. It's like a business, but it's not a business.
I don't think
it's like a business.
I don't think it's set up for men. I don't. Not in 2022. I don't.
I understand that. Yeah.
I actually don't see the benefit. I just don't. I mean, like you can if it's just to lock someone down and to be with that one person. I guess you're under the suspicion that
being married is a form of control.
Hold on. What are you saying? Hold on. What are you saying?
What is the benefit of committedness now? Like, what is for a single man in today's world? What is the actual tangible benefit?
Okay, let me just say something about this.
Okay,
if you don't know what you're doing, you can't. If you can't commit anything, then how can people take you serious about anything? Because you can't commit. No. Listen. Whenever you get paid, that you know good and well that job is committed to pay you on time. Mm-hmm. You expect that. That's commitment. They ain't no in between. I think honestly, we try to live in between right now because everybody's scared. Because anytime you can't put your best foot forward, listen, wait a minute. Anytime you can't put your best foot forward and make it solid, you know what the hell you're doing, and you can't commit. You got people can't commit. What the fuck y'all doing? Y'all playing.
I guarantee you, like I agree with you. Look, the thing about the reason why men won't commit.
It's all about overcoming loneliness. Because guess what? At the end of the day, you don't want to reach old age and you don't have someone to share your life with. You don't.
Women want that. Women act like they want that though.
Huh?
Women act like they want that. That they want to grow old with nobody. Yeah, they say they. You know how they say they don't need a man? I can do everything on my own. So they want to live by themselves and die old alone. Because if you don't need a man, what's the purpose?
Guess what? They say that out of hurt. They say that out of anger and frustration. They say that out of belittlement. Women want a relationship.
We know that.
Right now,
we know that, but that's the answer to the question. That's the answer to the title.
Or they in this bisexual type lifestyle. You know why? Because they've been prior hurt by a man, and no man can fulfill their needs based on their past hurts.
And let me say this too. And on the
real, nobody can't fulfill all her needs.
You know what? Let's get real now. Okay, let's say you're dealing with a female, right? And y'all, hold on, guys. Hold on. Let's say y'all dealing with a female, right? And y'all sexually dealing with each other. She can mess with who she wants. Why in the hell you want to keep going around another dude? So if she can't commit to you, y'all out there doing some bullshit back and forth. What the fuck is that? I mean, that leaves room for disease. Like, what are you doing? You ain't even focused.
You know what? Right. Because we're older, we can see that.
Right.
Some of the younger folks don't see that because they got 3, 4, 5 partners, and everybody's cool. They go to work.
But don't y'all think that sometimes that it's like a double standard? Sometimes?
Let's just don't put this on the younger folk. You got
the world is free. The world is too free,
together, and they doing just as much as the younger folk.
The world is giving people way too many options to not be in relationship.
Man, let's be real. That's true. Let's be real.
But that's the problem.
People get on the show and say one thing and they doing another. You understand what I'm saying? Like right now, you know, it's just like people in the church. You show up to the church, you know the right words to say, you know when to beat the tambourine, you know when to say amen, you know when to say hallelujah, but is God really truly all that you want? Sometimes you'll proclaim and say you want one thing, but in all actuality, behind closed doors, you want that freak, you want that food.
That's the reality.
I'm gonna tell you I'll be right in church talking about I need that freaky shit.
I'm gonna tell you like this.
Can I just interject real quick before you make your point? I've been watching the clock for 4 minutes since I last spoke. not a single person yet has provided one tangible benefit. We have talked all around this circle. Not a single person said,
so
this
what's
right
not the
here
benefit?
is a benefit of commitment. Not one person said that.
Hey, hold on now.
What's the benefit? Hold on,
Church, you need to take a break.
Because I have many tangible benefits to being married.
But let finish what we're saying, because I think he's finna have a good point.
Yeah, let him speak. Let him speak.
I'm just saying we went around the room and we had several conversations in that last 4 minutes. I asked a simple question the last time I talked. What is the benefit for men in 2022 to be in a committed relationship? And we walked all around the room. No one had an answer.
Hey, look, hold on.
I'm not trying to be funny. I'm just
I
want to hear it.
Hold on. I'm gonna let you know. Depending on the man that you are, there could be all the benefits you need. There's a lot of people going out there just picking any church. Hold on, bro. There's people going out there vetting the wrong way, not having confidence in themselves who they choose, and they're picking the wrong person, and they want to complain about it afterward. If you are the right man that vets properly, all your benefits are positive. That's all I'm gonna say. You can have the benefits you want if you choose wisely.
That's exactly right. Because guess what? When you talk about tangible benefits, right? As for me, I'm in a committed relationship with my wife. My wife does everything. I get my plate brought to the table when I walk through the door. You understand me? Like, I don't have to make up a bed. There's so many benefits that I have. I can go on and on and on about
not
me
making
and
a bed
my
is a
wife.
benefit.
I don't even have to iron clothes, bro. You understand? But guess what? I am the man. I do what's necessary to bring benefits from a male perspective.
That's not a benefit. That's special. That's being special.
I build my family on the foundations of what we were raised on.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
You know what?
Like Anthony,
making the bed, ironing, and I don't think that's benefits, bro.
That's how
that's
my
not benefit.
You understand what I'm saying, bro? Like, that's why I still get the plate brought to the table. Like, being totally honest and realistic. That's why my clothes are still being earned. I remember watching your mom and dad hold hands coming to Granger Stadium to watch y'all do shows, bro. I still hold my wife's hand walking in restaurants.
Well, let me get
so many tangible
ironing and doing the laundry, no benefit, man.
Letting people talk. We've got to figure out a way to raise a flag or something, because we just running on back and forth.
Right.
I'm trying to silence your voice, guys. Calm down, church.
We just rambling.
Right.
So,
no, we're not.
Back to what he said. Back to what he said. What are the benefits? To me, some of the benefits, if you choose wisely, like you were just saying, if you choose wisely, it is a benefit. To me, what the benefit is, you have someone to grow older with. You have someone to grow with. You have someone that you may be able to say, if both of us are working, we may be able to have something a little nicer or have some money stashed away. So when we get old, we ain't got to have two separate places to try to live. And we can make one nice meal instead of spending two incomes. And I have someone to support you with. I have someone to go to church with. But that doesn't mean that it always work out that way.
Right. And what Anthony just said was one of the most important ones. Somebody to support you. Somebody that supports you. Feeling to have a woman and you feeling that she supports you, she will always be there for you, is a stone cold benefit.
Yes.
Yeah. And
because once you start feeling like she ain't, your relationship is over.
Accomplish anything with your mind.
Right. And look, let Eric say something. He was trying to say something for a while. Go ahead.
And let me get to this way from a biblical standpoint, which I follow. The Bible said it is not wise for a man to dwell alone. That's one. Two, he said, if you're gonna have, he said, in order to the purpose is to multiply the earth. And in order to multiply the earth, you have to be committed and married. He said it is better for you to marry than for you to commit adultery. So those are the benefits that God put in place that I choose to follow. It's because of one, it's not wise for a man to dwell alone. In order to supply the earth, he wants us to be married and be fruitful. So those are right there, and the other benefits come with that, the love and all that stuff. All that comes with it.
Even
the love, the commitment, the support, love unconditionally. Support.
Hey, hold on, Hey, hold on. Can I say something? Now, to be totally honest with you, you tie Old and New Testament together.
Okay, what is wrong? Which part is wrong?
You understand what I'm saying? No, I'm not saying that is not correct. But guess what? Even Paul said.
Hold on, which part is not correct? Go to that.
Hold on. I'm just saying. And this is not a debate. What I'm telling you is, you use Old Testament scripture and New Testament scripture together.
Okay,
when actually,
it's the book.
Paul was saying was he found it better not to marry because men can't balance their lives out with women. You see what I'm saying? Because that was Paul that said he find it better to marry than to burn. You understand? That was Paul talking. You see what I'm saying? But guess what now?
Jim, your mic on, Jimmy.
It depends on how you build the relationship. It's a process. You understand? Right. You have to know you have to know what you're investing your time with. You understand?
Right. I mentioned that. I say it comes with all those additives as far as support for one another.
That's
I'm not saying only married for that reason, but I'm not saying only married for that reason, but show love towards one another. Be committed for one another. To sickness and health, all that good stuff. Are you willing to stay there until the end, or are you going to be like a microwave relationship, a marriage?
You never leaving me. I'm getting my pill style.
But it's a lot of microwave marriages. There should be crock pot marriages.
That's slow cooker.
Yeah, because microwave. Some people are ready to get out of the relationship whenever it starts burning. As soon as they smell something burn, they're ready to get out of the relationship.
But see,
they go slow.
But look,
he a little over the top today.
But look, that's the difference in today's world, though, right? Because now y'all talking about crock pots. Everybody I know got air fryers. So
that microwave mentality.
That quick in and out. I can make barbecue in an hour as opposed to.
Hey, that crock pot when you go to church. When you go to church and come back.
There you go. Why is that? Because
actually,
that's how we've been brought up.
But what I wanted to say was what I wanted to say, church, is with or without the Bible, being fruitful and married helps us with a community and life going on properly like it's supposed to. With or without the Bible, you still follow those rules, your life will be on point.
But let me be honest with you. How can you be fruitful without the Bible? It doesn't happen.
I don't. Well, listen, I'm fruitful.
That's our belief.
I don't believe in the Bible. But right now, I don't believe in the Bible, and I believe in being fruitful and having a family. And I've never read the Bible.
You don't need.
It was just it's family oriented from family. Family teaches that. Family teaches that.
How can you
and if the families stick together, we can always live that same way the families and the community stick togetger.
You have never given it a chance based on
my man. I'm saying, hold on, church. No. I've been saying everything you've been saying too, and still not believing what you believe in. We talk the same way, just differently. And I have not read or worshiped the Bible. So a lot of people are not religious, man. We gotta stop doing that shit. Because with our religion, we still have to follow a certain code of men, women together, building families, community, sticking together. Without the Bible, I learned that without the Bible.
But don't you think that the Bible still got the principles? Like even it's not.
I'm not knocking the Bible. It does, but I'm saying like
either way, if you don't. In order for you to actually succeed, there's no way you can't say you have to do those things. I personally don't see any way around it.
You don't
like, for example, okay, look, to me.
Let me say this.
See, here's the thing. I don't mind the Bible, but when you say you can't do this without the Bible, that's when I feel some type of way. Because I'm still living the same life you live, and I'm not on the Bible type thing. So when someone says you can't live or you can't be a king or you can't be a man without the Bible, that shit affects me.
Here's the thing. Because people about to jump in for a second. Here's my thing. I understand what Savage is saying.
Yeah.
I have no problem with that. The reason why I don't have a problem with it is, as being a Christian, I know there are tons of other religions. They don't believe anything that I believe, but their foundation is still the same. As far as husband and wife, they might have several of them, but there's certain things that they believe.
Exactly.
So I understand when someone doesn't believe like I do, I try to live by example by going, okay, hey, that's not what he believed, but if I continue doing this over here, maybe not Savage, but someone else be like, damn, my life might be a little better if I just kind of. Where's he getting that feeling from? Where's he getting that understanding from? With church, I love when he's talking about, hey, my wife cooks, she cleans, she this, she that. There's a lot of women that's gonna hear that and be like, oh shoot, I ain't doing all that. But that might be why you ain't married.
Answer this question. Do you think we are purpose, each person that is born is purposed by God?
Are you talking to me?
No, for the panel.
Oh, you can't even hold. You can't even make that statement because they just told you they not following the same.
No. I'm going somewhere with this. Right.
Okay,
the question is, do you think we are purposed by God? If we are, then none of us, there's a lot of us that is born out of wedlock. We weren't purposed by husband, by wife and husband.
Right.
To be honest with you. So I believe what Jimmy was saying, and I kind of, correct me if I'm wrong, Jimmy, but he's saying is although he doesn't believe in the Bible and he has a baby, that is still being multiplying the earth, but on the other term, it doesn't say that those personnel that are born out of wedlock aren't born in the image by God, pretty much. So we have to understand that everybody has a purpose when they're born, is what I'm saying.
I think that's
whether you're born in wedlock or out of wedlock.
I think
it's when you become when you grow to become mature enough, who you follow, because all babies belong to God.
Can I jump in here real quick? Because I think I understand what Jim was saying, and I'll say it this way: you don't need religion to be a good person. Like, it's the very crux of it. I can live a good. I'm not religious. You know what I mean? And I raised my kids with good principles. You have to have it. Life doesn't. Religion. But if it takes religion to make you a good person, you're failing. If you don't have empathy without religion,
the things that you know that are good, the things that you know that are good, though, it's in there.
Yeah, there are several books.
Right, but
the Bible's not the original religion.
You don't have to. That's what I'm saying.
So weren't the people good that wrote the Bible?
No, listen.
Were they good before they wrote the Bible?
It's funny to me how we always come back to this same conversation every show that we do, instead of just talking about the topic. And then, I mean, because religion out of it. I'm definitely a religious person. I believe in church and Christ, and I'm saved. That's me. But I've dealt with so many different people that do not have that same understanding. But then when I listen to them, I'm like, hey, I don't look at it that way. But what can you do differently when it comes to because we be talking about relationships. What can you do differently? There's a lot of religious people that we know that are Christians and go home and beat their wife. But we'll say, oh, they're not Christian then. But they go to church every week and they do a variety of different things. So what I'm saying is, I like the subject at hand. What are some of the reasons why some men won't commit? Church won't make a person commit. Being religious won't make a person commit.
Right.
Well, even the ones that are not into church, what can we do, or how can we get an understanding of why men don't want to commit or why we don't want to commit? But we always have this religious conversation every time we do a show.
Hey, and I don't know if that helps or not. You want to know why? There's always going to be. It's always going to be back to God. It's always going to go back to God. No matter what goes on in life, it's always going to go back to God.
And their principles
are still there. You have so many people in denial when it comes to God, because they want to live the way they want to live, They want to do what they want to do, and they want to justify it with what's going on in the world to say, hey, I don't have to live.
I think the difference of it is I like to play chess
because that's going on.
I like to get the conversation going and then bring it up.
Guess what? But let tragedy show up. I bet you they trying to figure out who God is.
That works for y'all. That works. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm with you, church, but I like to get people involved slowly. We're running some people away. Maybe you say that, hey, we don't need to have a thing,
right? Like even with that, right? Like to be honest, you can live and you can believe in whatever you want to believe in. You can do whatever you want to do. But this what you got to do. You got to take more inventory of your life. If you're not successful, if life is not blessing you, if you're not growing, if you're not moving to the next level, if you don't see whatever you believing in help you catapult to a greater position on a day-to-day basis, you need to reevaluate what you believe in.
Can I ask you a question, church? Have you ever seen a person progress and be successful without a religion?
Woo.
Church. Oh, don't blame your wife on this one. Answer my question. You heard me? Did you hear what I said?
What?
I said, have you ever seen a person progress and be successful without a religion?
I've seen
I can answer that.
Tons of them.
Some people do.
Listen. So hold on. I'm not done. So can we do this? Since we're men and we come to, we work things out.
Right.
Can we talk on subjects and not try to force a religion on somebody, because it's not really forcing, but when you say you can't be this because you don't believe in that, that's forcing a religion on someone, and that's really not talking like.
Just say your piece with understanding. Yeah, there's different. We got 6 men up here. There's 6 different views, so I can understand where you coming from, and that's why when you hear me talk, I say from my standpoint, this is how I feel about the situation. I won't say that you're wrong, things of that nature, because you would know if you're wrong or not, or you may not. Let's move on. Another reason why some men won't commit is because they hate the challenge of women that are making more money or women that are in higher, things of that nature. So they see themselves now pretty much on the same level, or she's a little bit above him. So some people won't commit because they're afraid of the masculine, I guess, whatever she brings to the table.
The attitude.
So that's one reason why I think some men won't commit.
Yeah,
they're afraid of.
I agree with you. When I've been in relationships with women that make way more than me. You know what I'm saying? But it's those women who take that and take that they make more money than you. And take that and act like they're better than you. They belittle you, put you down because they think money makes them. When men don't give 2 shits about a female making money at all.
Right. But look, let me say this too, man. Let's say something happened, right? And whether it's sick-wise or whatever, and that lady, your lady that's probably been, dealing with you could be living with her, she may have to start doing some things to help you get back to health. And I feel like, why should she do that? And she's not committed to you, and you're not committed to her.
Why should she help you alone if you're sick, or just help her take care of you, and there's no commitment?
If she takes care of you, she's committed to you.
I think that's a matter of just being supportive.
Yeah, but no, if someone's willing to take the time out to take care of you and put their time and effort, that's a commitment, isn't it?
Yeah, but I'm saying that why should a person do that if you haven't verbally? You said marriage is like a business, so you haven't you haven't really committed, and you haven't did the legal way either. So why should a person try to take care of you and help you do those things, and there's no commitment? But
that's also going by the biblical way to live. That's why it seems weird. But if you're not, you're like when someone's dating.
Wait. What biblical got to do with a woman helping take care of you if you're sick?
Why are you married if you're not committed?
So what now?
Why are you getting into a marriage if you can't? Why are you getting married if you can't commit to it? There's no point.
Yeah,
so
married.
There has to be some type of commitment. If you took those vows and spent that time to get married and decide to get married, somebody's committed to somebody.
No, I'm not talking marriage. I'm talking if a boyfriend girlfriend they're not committed, and they just boyfriend girlfriend, but yet she's doing the duties that most wives would do. Why should she take care of you? Why should she take care of you? And y'all haven't committed to each other.
I would say she's
because
doing that.
I think it's for the future. I think it's for what they want in the future.
Right.
You're doing what it takes to show that person that later on in the future they want to commit.
And she's not coming to take care of me when I'm sick, and we're dating.
She's showing what she's.
That kind of lets me know. That's just like if she calls, if y'all are dating, she calls you that my car won't start, babe. I don't know what is going on with it, and you like, oh well. All right, I'm about to go. She might be some kind of way like, well, what kind of man are you that you're not even coming to help me with my car? We're dating. You got to show.
No, I'm not talking. I'm talking about as far as long term, and y'all know what I'm talking about. I mean,
I do, but it seems like
for a long time, and even women expect that. After a certain time, they expect a commitment after a certain period of time. Why do you think they expect a commitment after a certain period of time?
I will say this:
because they went into it with the. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, hey, go ahead. Finish your point.
No, I was going to say. I guess most time when women are doing something like that, because they already have an agenda in their mind that they want a relationship.
Hey, baby, bring me a bowl.
Even if it ain't but a year, 6 months, or 2 years. Cause I've known some people be in a 12-year relationship, and she's still expecting to get married at some point in time. So they do stuff because they're expecting something from it.
Well, I guess if that's the case, then if people have to get married, then I guess you just go ahead and do it. But
nowadays you really don't.
Right, but if two people, you still committing. You just haven't legally committed.
Right. And when you legally commit, it becomes a business and it's benefits.
I will admit a little bit earlier I was playing the devil's advocate.
Is that bad?
Trying to get y'all riled up, but for real,
I'm getting married in 6 months.
I think the biggest problem with, or the whole thing with commitment these days, and I don't even think it's malicious. The options are there, man. You gotta realize, growing up for a lot of y'all, no offense, it was y'all only method of communication was the phone, and now, I don't need like I think I beat this drum every time I'm on the show. The options are there, man. Like dudes don't need you don't need a girl's phone number to reach her now. Just know her name. You can hit her on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. It's hard to commit when it's not even a relationship thing or a biblical thing. It's a options, man. The more options you have, the harder it is to choose.
Yeah, but when
options
you choose one, options
everywhere.
will be there to choose. When you gonna choose one?
Well,
it's hard, man.
I don't want to be an option, so I ain't trying to do nobody like that either. I ain't no option.
Hey, that's here's the thing.
I ain't gonna be no option.
Church said it earlier when he said, Houston, it ain't just the young folks. I think it was Church. When I was talking about this younger generation don't understand that. And I think it was Church. It was like, it's the older people too. It's not matter of just the young people. But the options, the choices and the options are there. Men don't like to commit because one, you can go online right now. Before, it used to be in a committed relationship with someone or try to be, because your options were only what was in your community, because you didn't have social media. You met somebody in town and you would track her down to get her number and get to know her
and put the time and effort in.
Your time and effort, and you make it try to make.
And can I throw this in real quick too?
Sure.
Can I throw this in real quick too? Not only that, back then it was only a way to get her phone number. Like that was it. The phone number and the address. Those were the only methods. But now you don't need that. You just need their name. And there's so many different. And I'm not just talking about women. I'm talking about guys too. Women can access you from anywhere now. Chicks that you haven't seen in years.
Well, after that though, what? I mean, after that, what though? I mean, after the access, I'm trying to figure out like, what does that mean?
Bingo, Anthony. Bingo. That's it right there.
It don't mean anything.
In order to get a man to commit, he got to know you. If he's a real man, it ain't no getting to know no woman on social media and you just see her and y'all having conversations and y'all not interacting personally. Ain't no commitment there.
And that's the reason why social media is tearing things apart, is because what you're saying, Church,
it ain't social media. I'm gonna tell you that.
It's this.
It's the choices we make.
It ain't right.
You're right. There you go.
You can say that, but those choices we're making is because of things that we're watching and doing.
Right. So.
Well, no. It's easy to not watch it.
Hold on.
It's easy to not watch it.
I'm gonna tell you, if you ever look in the mirror, who should change, the reflection or you?
Yeah.
Both.
Depends on the outfit.
No, you should change. So once you change, the reflection will change.
You about Candyman.
Right, both.
Candyman.
Hey, he made a good point. Red Cup made a good point. I forgot his name.
AG.
I'm sorry.
The
problem with commitment, we are putting so many things before the person who we supposed to be committed to. Right. People put their children before the person they committed to. They put a dog before it, the cat. They put the business, the job, and the person who in going into marriage is supposed to be committed to. The person should be more important to you than anything else.
They can't be though, E, because they can't though, E, because you know what? You think you look online, you meet a girl online, not even talking to her. You see a picture and a whole bio about her, and you think you know her. That's the representative online. That's why it's so hard to get to know a person, because you think you know her from the representative online, and then when you get to meet her, she's still portraying that representative online. And what people are doing is believing this shit, and then they get in a relationship with them, and then the real motherfucker comes out. You're like, who the fuck are you? It went back in the day when you had to take your time to get a girl's number. That's how you got to know most about her. How she reacted to you talking to her, you conversating with her to see what's on her mind, and if she even gave you the number, that means she's interested. Now you just look on her bio, dig on her number, call her like, who the fuck is this? Oh, I was just trying to get to know you. Fuck you, nigga, shut up. You know what I mean? Like on the real, like nobody puts the effort in to get to know a person because everything's online.
Bro, we don't even have to call now. We can just text her.
But here's the thing.
Sometimes you're not even gonna call. You just go text. Hey, what's up?
Outside of that, there's a generation. I mean, in our generation included. The reason why I keep going back to it is because it kind of started with us. Like you said, we don't have to know a person now. You can walk into a store, see someone working, and see her badge, and look her name up on Facebook or Instagram. Why are you standing there? People are doing that.
And bang, right then you have direct access.
Time to get to know people. But
you can also call for
right before us that don't even understand how to do it.
Access to what though? Like, but what does that mean? Even if you do, but that doesn't. You still got the everything else still is there. You still have to do the work.
Some barriers are held.
It just means it's gonna fail quicker.
That's why they're not committing, because they get to jump from person to person.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But honestly, as a man though, if you really own your paper, you ain't got time to chase all these women. That's one thing I learned. When you focus on focus on your purpose. No, listen, with that dudes that play like that, they might dress nice, they might have a car here and there, but a dude that's really, really on it, they know that I don't have time for all that. They know that I need that one that's gonna support me, but they don't be jumping all because you have to keep adjusting to different attitudes. You can't remember what you said with that person, that conversation.
Well, let me play devil's advocate with that. If a man is making paper and he's got it like that, some men that I know are making $100,000, $150,000 a year, they ain't trying to commit to nobody because they're
gonna lose it all if they do.
Get this person for a while and move on to someone else.
Because they're gonna lose it all if they do.
Eventually, I guarantee you. How old he gonna get? He will settle down.
Eventually, he may do that, and that's correct. But right now, they're not worried about that because one, they've got some real estate. They've got some other places and homes. They got some stock, and they're like, I ain't trying to marry nobody and give this stuff up.
Well, man, look,
that's because
everything y'all talking about, I'm that dude, and guess what? I'm committed.
Yeah,
you know that. How many other dudes you know church just like you?
I'm not afraid to have money and have a woman.
How many folks that you know church?
The guy that y'all talking about, that's me, and I'm committed.
Yeah, what's that got to do with anything?
I can get a woman up here that says many other women.
You're one because you're one out of a million.
What I'm trying to tell you is,
you're one out of a million
of the people that are structured, that are really making this money, they ain't running around like no fool, bro.
Is that the majority? But church, is that the majority?
That's the whole point, though.
Well, is that the majority, church?
Because when you say you're when you say you're committed, do you mean now? Because in podcasts and previous, you said that you maybe not have been the whole time. So when you lay that committed thing out there, When
Listen,
you need committed
What you mean?
permanently
I've
or
always
in the
been
past.
committed to my
Now, hold on, guys.
relationship.
We're at the end of the day. Yo, this is one of the most interesting one we ever had. Period.
Hey, just read that last statement Kimberly put. That probably summed it up for me.
She said, if a man truly wants commitment, he's going to qualify. He's going
Quality
to
over quantity.
over quantity. Right.
My point exactly.
And I'm not fighting against
That could be debatable.
I'm not anything opposite of that. But you ask
That can be
why
debatable.
men are not committing. We're telling you why someone not committing.
That's why I said that could be
A
debatable.
smart man will realize quality over quantity is always better.
Because all you need is one.
But how many have y'all seen
All you
quality
need is one to
turn into?
be committed to.
How many times you seen quality change up on you?
Well, you got to. That's part of life.
That's why it's hard. That's why it's hard for men to commit, because there is no guarantee, and men want guaranteed shit that ain't gonna fuck them over.
We gotta do part 2, guys. Gotta do part 2.
Let's do that. Let's
Yo,
do that.
This is the first time. It's like one other show we had, but this is the first time. I think we had 6 different opinions. But the thing about it is, I want everybody to know that, whether you believe religion or not, it's about your own personal. There's somebody out there that can relate to Eric. Somebody can relate to church. Somebody can relate to Savage, Houston, me, and AG. So that's the whole point. We just being honest. That's our point of view. Other than that, you guys, I'll see you next week. Good show.
Yeah,
brother.
Hell of a show.